Someone talked down to you today, maybe last week, and you smiled, said it was fine, then replayed it in your head for 6 hours straight. You know the exact tone they used, the little smirk, the way they glanced at someone else while dismissing you like you weren't even worth a full look. And here's what nobody tells you about disrespect. It doesn't hurt because of what they said. It hurts because part of you agreed with them for a second. If you are still watching, stay with me, because I'm going to hand you 7 responses that flip that moment completely. Not tricks, something colder and quieter than that. But first, kill the idea that clapping back wins. Screaming, cursing, going off in the group chat. That's not power. That's you bleeding in front of the person who cut you. Real disrespect is a test. Someone pokes you to see what moves. They're checking your floor, your ceiling, how much space you'll let them take. And most people fail it the same way, instantly, loudly. They react so fast the other person learns everything they needed to know in under 2 seconds. The reactive person is easy to read. Poke, flinch. Poke, explode. You become a vending machine, and anyone with a quarter can get a response out of you whenever they're bored. So the first response isn't words at all. It's the pause. You hold 3 seconds of nothing, eyes level, face still, while they wait to see if it landed. That silence does something ugly to them. Their own words hang in the air, and now they're the ones sweating, wondering if they went too far. You handed the discomfort back. Amber told me about a coworker who used to interrupt her in every meeting. She stopped fighting for the sentence. She just stopped talking and looked at him. Dead quiet. 4 seconds, that's all. And the whole room felt it. He apologized before she said a word because the silence made his rudeness the loudest thing in the room. That's response 1. Refuse to fill the gap. Most people rush to smooth things over, and the rushing is the tell. Comfort is a leash, and they know exactly where you keep it. Response 2. When they finally push you to speak, you ask the small, brutal question. What did you mean by that? Calm, curious, almost gentle. Watch what happens. Rudeness only survives in the dark, wrapped in a joke or a fake nice tone. The second you make them say it plainly, out loud, it dies in their mouth. Nobody wants to repeat their insult in a flat, sober voice with people watching. It was just a joke is what they reach for. And now you've made them small without raising yours. Tell me in the comments if you've done the opposite, if you've explained yourself, defended yourself, tried to prove you deserved better. We've all been there. That's the trap we're breaking. Because here's the thing about explaining. Every word you spend defending your worth tells them your worth is up for debate. You're negotiating a price that was never for sale. Response 3 is the one people fear most. You agree, partly. You take the sting out by taking a piece of it. You're right, I could have been clearer. And then you stop. It sounds like surrender. It's the opposite. You just proved nothing they say can knock you off center because you're secure enough to concede a point and lose absolutely nothing.
The insecure person defends every inch. The grounded person gives up the inch that doesn't matter and keeps the whole field. Watch who does what. It tells you everything. There's a moment right after someone disrespects you where your whole nervous system lights up, heart in your throat, ears hot, a voice screaming, defend yourself now. That voice is old. It learned to fight back in a house or a schoolyard where being small meant being a target. It kept you safe once. It's wrong now. Because the person in front of you isn't the threat that installed that alarm. They're just some tired, insecure adult who needs you to shrink so they can breathe easier. And when you finally see that, the fear drains out. You stop reacting to the ghost and start seeing the actual person, usually someone smaller than the fear ever suggested. Response 4. You name the behavior without heat. You keep cutting me off, not an attack, a weather report, just describing the thing they hoped nobody would say out loud. People who disrespect you count on you being too polite to point it out. Your manners are their cover. The second you calmly name it, The cover's gone and they're exposed. Connor did this with a boss who loved public jabs. One flat sentence in a meeting. That's the third time you've done that in front of the team. No anger, just the count. The boss laughed it off, but he never did it again because Connor showed him the behavior had a witness, a number, and a person willing to say it plainly. Naming it out loud is a mirror, and people who treat others badly cannot stand mirrors. They rely on the fog. You turning on the light is the last thing they want. Response 5 is physical, your face. Most people betray the whole game with their face, flinching, forcing a laugh, letting the hurt flash across before they can catch it. You train one thing, the unbothered face. Not cold, not smug, just unmoved, like they told you the weather, like the insult was too small to reach where you actually live. That face is devastating, because contempt is a bid for a reaction, and when the reaction never comes, the person is left standing there holding an insult that went nowhere. Say it out loud if you've ever practiced a comeback in the shower, hours too late, the perfect line for a moment that already passed. That ache has a name, and we're about to reach it. It's the ache of being caught off guard, of your body freezing while your mind screamed. And the fix isn't a sharper comeback. It's not needing one at all. Because the sharpest response to disrespect isn't a line, it's an absence. The absence of the exact reaction they were fishing for. You becoming a bad investment for their cruelty. Response 6, you raise the cost and lower the access. Someone disrespects you and your warmth quietly recedes. No speech, no announcement. The temperature just drops and stays dropped. You still nod, still say hello, but the ease is gone. The little jokes, the extra minute of your attention. And they feel it, even if they can't name what changed. This one wrecks people slowly, because most who disrespect you still want to be liked by you. They want the cruelty and the closeness. You just made them choose one. Marcus had a friend who roasted him a little too hard, always in front of others, always just kidding. Marcus didn't confront him, he just got busy, slow to reply, somewhere else. 3 weeks later, the friend was asking what was wrong, why things felt off. Marcus didn't have to say a thing. The withdrawal said all of it, louder than a fight ever could. That's the quiet law nobody teaches you. You don't have to punish people who treat you badly, you just stop funding them. Attention is currency, and you control the account. Response 7 is the deepest, and it barely looks like a response at all. You let them show you who they are, and you believe them the first time. Most of us re-explain ourselves to the same people over and over, hoping this round they'll finally get it, finally treat us right. That hope is the wound. It keeps the door open. But someone who disrespects you casually, repeatedly, comfortably, isn't confused about your worth. They know exactly what they're doing. The disrespect is the honesty. Everything else is the mask. So response 7 is the internal one. You stop auditioning for people who already gave you their answer. You take them at their behavior and you quietly close the account. And this is where it turns, because none of these work if underneath them you still think you deserved it. The response is the surface. The floor underneath is the whole game. Somewhere in you there might be a kid who learned that love came with conditions. Be useful, be quiet, be easy. And disrespect doesn't sting a person who never signed that deal. Think about where you first learned to swallow it. The dinner table where your feelings were an inconvenience. The parent who made your hurt about them. That's the classroom. That's where the reflex was built. You learned that keeping the peace meant abandoning yourself, that being small was safer than being real. And you got so good at it, you forgot you were doing it at all. So now, decades later, some stranger's rudeness reaches straight past the adult and grabs that kid by the collar. It's not the insult that guts you, it's the echo, the old familiar echo. And that's the strange gift buried in this. Every time someone disrespects you, they're pointing a flashlight at an old wound you've been walking around, quietly protecting for years. The goal was never to win the argument. It was to stop the insult from finding an open door inside you, to make the outside noise hit a wall instead of a bruise. Because a person who actually knows their worth doesn't need 7 comebacks. They barely register the disrespect. It slides off, not because they're cold, but because there's no matching wound for it to catch on. That's the real work hiding under all 7 responses. Not becoming quicker or crueler, becoming someone the insult can't find a home in, someone with no vacancy for other people's contempt. And weirdly, once that shift happens, people stop testing you. Predators read energy. When there's no flinch to hunt, no reaction to farm, they drift off and find someone easier. You've probably watched it happen to somebody, that one person nobody messes with, and it's not because they're loud or scary. It's a stillness, a sense that their center isn't for rent. That stillness isn't a personality you're born with. It's built, moment by moment, every time you choose not to hand your piece to someone who didn't earn a single piece of it. So start small. The next time someone's tone drops on you, don't reach for the comeback, reach for the pause. Feel the alarm fire, and just don't obey it this time. Let the silence sit, let them wonder, and notice the tiny foreign feeling underneath the discomfort. That's your center holding for maybe the first time in a very long while.
You'll be terrible at it at first. You'll fumble, react anyway. Think of the good response in the car later. That's fine. You're overriding a reflex that took years to burn in. But each time you hold instead of react, you're teaching your own body a new truth, that you're safe now, that the old alarm doesn't need to sound, and the people around you feel it before you do. The way they talk to you shifts, the little jabs thin out. Something in your posture tells them the easy target moved away. Here's what actually changes. Not the world getting kinder, but you getting harder to reach. The same rudeness bounces off a person who stopped keeping a door open for it. Respect was never something you begged your way into. It's something that arrives on its own the second you stop being available for its opposite. You don't demand it, you just stop accepting less. So, the 7 responses matter, sure. The pause, the question, the partial agreement, the naming, the still face, the cooling warmth, the closed account. Learn them, use them, watch them work. But the real one is the 8th, the one under all of them, deciding all the way down that your piece is not a public utility. It doesn't run to whoever grabs the handle. Here's the hard truth. Nobody can disrespect you without your quiet, unconscious permission. The moment you stop signing off on it, half the people who did it lose the ability entirely. And here's the shift that outlasts any comeback. You were never too sensitive. You were just wide open in a place that needed you closed. Now you get to choose the door. So, the next time someone reaches for that old handle, let them find it locked, not out of anger, out of ownership. It was always your house. You just finally moved back in.